Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Bulldog Show. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Law, and you can subscribe to the Bulldog Show on YouTube and watch it on every platform. Lead story today is Joe Biden's bizarre White House lawn celebration. Even putting James Taylor out there. They actually put on a celebration of the economy on the White House lawn, celebrating when inflation is through the roof. Stock market even had its worst day in a couple of years yesterday. I mean, these people are crazy. They want you to believe and do what they say and not with your own two eyes in your pocketbook. It's truly amazing. It's very propaganda-ish. That's where we're headed as a country under these people. The FBI paid, can't make it up. The dossier source was a paid FBI source. So you and I paid for a false dossier that led to all that trouble with the president. It makes you, the other issue becomes this. The FBI acted on the dossier knowing that they paid the guy that put it together? I mean, this is insane. Who would ever think that the Russian hoax would get any worse? It did. Police crisis. Chicago, crimes rampant, places are rampant. These departments cannot keep officers. Why would you want to be a police officer in a major downtown Democratic-controlled city? We are just sinking in the lawlessness in this country, in the major cities of our country. And by the way, even though we live in a middle of America, the problem with serious crime in every major city, it gets to us. It does. It affects us. Strategic oil reserve is like at the all-time low that it's been in like 50 years. Joe Biden keeps releasing these reserves in hopes that we can, till the election is over, he can hold down gasoline prices. The problem is we are now in a very precarious situation, national security-wise, and he's doing it for political purposes. I mean, it's sick and it's scary. It is scary. Very scary. These guys play Russian roulette every day with our country. Mike Lindell says that he was surrounded by FBI agents and they seized his phone. I mean, it's just totally out of control, man. Just totally out. And they'll be coming for mine next, I guess. Can you imagine the invasion of your privacy on that? It's unbelievable. Gender expansive resources in Wisconsin for 3-year-olds. Unbelievable. Tim Ryan says that you and I need to be killed and confronted. He used kill before even confront. So he's going to kill us, then he'll confront us. Why we're dead, I guess. It's unbelievable. Fetterman lies. He bashes Oz for having 10 properties. Turns out he has 8. And Tucker Carlson made fun of him last night. These guys got such gigantic growth out of the back of his neck on top of his stroke issue. I mean, this is Darth Vader. It begs the question, for me though, for Pennsylvanians, is how is this race close? How is this race even close? I'm not a big Dr. Oz fan, but come on. Oz or Fetterman? How's it even close? The stock market has one of its worst days since 2020. Dow crash and everything else. I keep waiting for the day where it just all goes boom. And unlike having Paulson and some smart people around, Bernanke, who are the brains of this gang? They don't exist. We're actually lucky we had Paulson and Bernanke at the time it all went down in 2008, 2009. Because even though they were, they're Fed guys, they still had the ability to, do what they did. Who's the brains in this group? They don't exist. Nobody's talking about that. 1,300 New York Times, 1,200, 1,300, 1,500 New York Times employees signed a petition they're not going to go back to the office. Don't you love when woke turns against woke? Can't make it up. Ken Starr may rest in peace. I went from not liking this guy to liking him. But, I'm still mad that he never pulled the trigger. He did discretion in not indicting Hillary. I wish he would have. Psaki has joined her new job at MSNBC. Can you imagine what they do in their political positions leading up till they jump ship to help them out? The Department of Defense has an equity chief. Can't make it up. Equity chief. And the equity chief says, we got to get rid of all this white privilege. Can you imagine what it's like to work in these organizations? Many of you do. God, thank God I don't. Well, you know how they're going to collect gun data? Through credit card companies. Because everybody knows people use credit cards to buy guns. So they're going to try to go through the back door to keep track of how many guns you're buying and how many you own through the credit card companies. Fentanyl deaths continue to rise. And you know why they're rising? What's going on the border, what's going on in our cities. It's just free for all. Rail workers might strike. Boy, they're smart. They're waiting to strike right before winter. Pretty smart, pretty smart. Last but not least, the Boston Marathon is fully woke. Why? They're going to now have a classification of runners binary, okay? So you don't have to run against the guys or the girls. Oh, I won the binary. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.